Thursday, presented by Progressive. You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. We welcome you inside to the desert. We're here in Tempe, Arizona, inside Desert Financial Arena, as Arizona State's got a tough task tonight. One of the best teams in the country, 5th-ranked Houston Cougars at home, taking on the Sun Devils. So it's Joseph Tugler. And it's Houston winning the tip, as Milos Uzan, the Oklahoma transfer. Kelvin Sampson said it took him a while to get the handle on this offense, but he really knows what he is doing right now and is taking this team to a whole different level. Daniel Sharp trying to go off the bounce, got his man in the air, and he gets the first whistle of the ball game as the foul is called on B.J. Freeman. Get on the boards if you want to play for Kelvin Sampson.
That's one thing Coach Hurley talked about today.
Hounding D from Houston, that's what they're known for. Freeman forced to pick up his dribble. 7 seconds on the shot clock with Adam Miller, the senior, trying to go to work. They'll take a deep one, and the rebound goes to Emmanuel Sharp.
And that's what Houston does. They get you out of your rhythm. They get you out of the flow of your offense. Players are going to have to make plays. Guards are going to have to create offense without a play being called.
Cryer in the pick and roll with Tugler. Now going one-on-one against Quaintance, and he wins that.
As soon as you get the ball up your Quaintance, you have to be able to look opposite, deliver the pass like he did, but Freeman has to knock those down.
Quaintance reclassified. He should still be a senior in high school right now, but he's out there throwing dimes. And there's Freeman finishing for the first bucket for Arizona State.
So far, 2 for 2. Every single time he catches it on that low post, he's done a really good job delivering the pass out of the double. Let's see if he can continue to do that.
Cryer curling off the screen, elbow jumper. Oh, that is. As Javier Francis will get to the free throw line. No easy buckets here tonight in Tempe.
None at all. But I love the aggressiveness at the rim. When you look at Quaintance, when you look at Phillips, this is probably one of the best shot blocking front court.
But I was at practice yesterday. I saw what Houston does. Sure, his guys play hard every possession.
And that is an area where Coach Hurley was so worried about early when I talked to him in shoot.
Last game Saturday at Arizona, he reminded his guys pretty much every minute in practice and said, we need to do better. You saw another offensive rebound here. Off the inbound, Cryer's three, got it. He lead for Houston. Once again, shot clock running down for Arizona State. Mason gets it up, and he hits the three. Rough ones. And then Coach K actually tricked us with ice cream, and it totally changed the mood. He said, that's what I'm trying to do for my guys here. Inside, out of the timeout, Alston Mason gets the and one. We're in a slump, but I'll take any ice cream anytime.
I'm trying to watch my finger a little bit, but you know what? You can indulge every now and then. Treat yourself.
Let's see if it'll turn out well for Arizona State. Here's Cryer from the other side of the court. This one rimmed out, offensive rebound. And Javier Francis will be the senior from New Orleans, Louisiana. He makes the Amir Ali, the freshman from Little Elm, Texas, also checking in for Arizona State. As
hockey assist.
Here's Miller, tough one off the bounce, and he left it short. Rebound to Roberts. Look at Francis on that block. He was calling for it, but instead it's Uzan knocking down the three.
You know, Tripp, I think that's where he's looking the most comfortable. His ability to be able to knock it down. I think last year, early even on this year, he was a little hesitant to be able to take those shots. But right there, no hesitation, pull up three in transition. He's improved so much in that area.
Freeman fouled on a three. It's for in your first year.
Especially when the two systems, where the system that you was coming challenges you to defend. He wanted that level of toughness.
LJ Cryer just a year ago was the transfer from Baylor.
Yeah.
Understood what it's like. A freshman who reclassified to play college ball early. Mason driving by everybody. Extra pass, Ali with 6 on the shot clock. Mason in close. How about that offense from Arizona?
Some rotations and good things happen.
And King, that allows the crowd here at Desert Financial Arena to get in it. Sensational. Inside, Francis threw it to himself. And Bobby Hurley might have a case. He thought it was a travel, but they called a foul. As Francis threw it up at the rim, it didn't hit anything.
Did you pull off any of those shoots?
Oh, no.
I really think you could.
No. Rule is that it was deemed a shot attempt. And in college, if it's deemed a shot attempt, you can go get it and be the first one to touch it. You cannot pass it to yourself, but you can shoot it to yourself.
The referee came over to make sure that we understood that, because in the NBA, people get that rule confused. In the NBA, if you do that, it's an automatic violation. In college basketball, it is not.
Great officiating crew, Tony Padilla, Kelly. And he's one of those guys who's been in a bit of a slump.
And everything else going on outside from their circles, their agents, that they...
Cryer running that pick and roll, finds Roberts. Little show and go, and gets it to fall, plus the foul. What a move by J'Wan Roberts. He's one of the men. He's the guy who is now picking up his scoring. Not just for Arizona State to get a better shot here.
Being able to deliver passes on time and on target. I think a lot of times one reason why we're seeing that was on time and on target. I think that's where Houston gets you. I mean, the pressure passes are being delivered.
Offense is going through Roberts now. Just puts his head down and finishes through the contact. So second personal on Phillips as Roberts can't convert the low. And Miller tied up. And a takeaway by Houston. It is 5-on-2 right now with Arizona State not getting back in the play.
That's absolutely inexcusable.
You were on the floor. What would you be saying to your teammates right now?
I'd be going off. I mean, that's just me. Like, I'd be going off. I'm a competitor. I mean, you live for moments like this. You live to play against top 5 teams to come into your crib and potentially pull out the upset. And we know how good this young man is. We know how good.
So with all the Arizona State mistakes, they are still hanging around in this one. Roberts spinning, going on the freshman Quaintance. Sharp inside, and that one put in by Malik Wilson.
And that's something that we're seeing. It's just the veteran leadership. They understand how to win. They've been in so many big games, the nucleus of this team, that they understand when the going gets rough, what it's going to take, the effort that it's going to have to be able to be shown to get over the hump and win games. I mean, the game against Kansas, they're not supposed to win. So going to the McKell Center against Arizona, that's a very tough place to win. But they find ways, despite not being their best, to get dubs.
Houston's largest lead of the game right now, up 9. As Mason gets all the way to the cup with the left-hand finish.
I'm a huge fan of Austin Mason. I mean, he's so smooth, and in the last 4 games, he's been one of the best point guards in the Big 12, averaging 18 points and 6 assists. Doing a really good job so far up to this point.
Cryer got away with that push-off and nails the step-back 3.
I'll take Cryer.
Houston shooting 58% from the floor here in this first half. Wilson creating space. Oh, that's a nice little fadeaway. Feels like this is a big possession for Arizona State. Down 12 and Wilson picking the pocket. A foul first on the floor.
Auburn is scary good. Auburn is scary good.
Got a dribble by Freeman. You tell that he was trying to put that one up. It's too small.
Game. I think one thing that they had was guards who were able to make plays, especially I like call them late shot clock guys. 10 seconds or under can go get you a bucket without a play being called. Kind of similar to that. You know, 9 seconds on the clock, Jihad face up, can knock it down. But Texas Tech has a bunch of those guys, and the way that JT Toppin has been playing lately, he is starting to insert himself in the player of the year category in the Big 12.
Ooh, okay, I like that.
Averaging 30 and 10 in the last 2 games. It's been phenomenal.
Bobby Hurley. let's take a look at the last whistle and what drew the tech on Bobby Hurley here as the reach-in foul on Emmanuel Sharp.
I mean, that was a foul. It's not being officiated evenly on both sides, but I think that's also haven't really faced all year. But I think his frustration wasn't necessarily on that play, but stemmed from earlier on in the game.
But let's not forget, Bobby Hurley, he's savvy. He's a veteran. His 10th year here at Arizona State. He knows what he is doing.
He knows what he's doing, no doubt about that for sure.
See? On a little tighter now on this end, which is what Coach Wood. Freeman missing the front end. When guys are on the bench, letting his guys know. And out of the timeout, here's Wilson with the steal and the throwdown.
Oh. That was, I didn't know Wilson had that.
Oh, he's got some bounce in it.
I think it's very important for Arizona State in this last 2:15 to cut this to single digits. It's a major difference going into the half. Down 16.
For Houston. Uzan, he is so patient. Works at his speed. Shot clock's at 7. Left him open. Nails the 3.
And that's a guy who is looking more confident from behind the arc to be able to knock it down. Unacceptable.
Oh, Wilson goes coast to finish.
Right here, showing the athleticism. Malik Wilson has been terrific.
Let's see what Arizona State draws up coming out of this timeout. Nice play inside. As Jihad with the rim rock.
That was a great Jihad can get it. Just good pass right there, good awareness, and right there, good split.
70 players are touching the rock now in this possession as Mason will be fouled getting to the rim.
And I think that's what, when you look at what they
make that 26. Two of the top teams in the Eastern. 27 in a row. Mr. Mason is all.
He's grown the most in his offensive game.
All right, King, about a second differential between shot and game clock. Walk me through this last possession.
I would really go to Jawan Roberts on the low block. Every single time that Phillips is guarding Jawan Roberts, something good has happened for Houston. But since they're in a zone, Kelvin Sampson sees that.
3 seconds on the shot clock. Wilson driving baseline to Arsenault. And no, a shot clock violation first. There should still be time left on the clock. Here's Tugler, who missed most of that first half with 2 fouls. And here's the first bucket of the second. Roberts taking his time. That jump hook short. Fight for the rebound. It's won by Arizona State. Freeman with a 3-on-2. Mason, 3-ball. Count.
That was a good decision right there. 3-on-2. Mason gets to the 3-point. You are not prepared for it. They will get you out of your game. And honestly, Phillips has not been as effective tonight as he usually is.
Here's Cryer from the wing, and he nails the 3. Side Quaintance, that is blocked by Tugler. He's played 3 minutes here in the second half, and Cryer another 3, back-to-back 3s, and a rare turnover by Houston, and Ali leading the break. Mason, spin move in close, and he'll be fouled. I don't know, you tell me.
360 out of the basketball. They only push when they get turnovers.
Mason dancing with, he's got the big man on him.
Oh, that's so impressive right there. Jawan Roberts switches on to Mason, 1-on-1. Gets the stop, but B.J. Freeman.
I don't want to feel like we're getting on Freeman today.
Yeah.
He's a great player.
But I think that's why we're getting on him, because of how good he can be and his potential, right? Because if he didn't have that potential, then there'll be no need to say anything. Talk about a lot.
Uzan with the runner off the mark, but the follow slam is there for... Uzan, you can tell he's taking control of this offense. He wanted that clear out for his guy Roberts, and a block is now called. We got a bunch of unicorns. The Rockets host the Timberwolves. NBA Countdown tips off our coverage on ESPN at 6:30.
Right now you can go at that matchup.
Double comes. Ali with a rim run. And he gets fouled.
Now one has to go towards, and there's two behind, which now is a 2-on-1 on the back.
Ball has not touched the paint yet. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Ali, long rebound goes to Mason. Inside, finishing with the left.
He's getting minutes. This is how the Houston system grows. And they say that he will definitely get minutes in years to come because he has those instincts. He's still learning how to play at this level, though.
Roberts, nice spin move with the finish in the paint.
His counter to be able to go over the left shoulder with his right hand, he's gotten so good at that.
Freeman, his runner, rolls in. Freeman now with 15 points. It's been Freeman is a consistent, steady player. He doesn't have to do anything flashy. Freeman, baseline drive, missing the lay-in, but he's fouled. So it's something Bobby Hurley has been checking.
Yeah, at 6'5", 6'6", he has to be able to insert himself more on the glass because his team needs him in that way, and just defensively being able to buy in and lock in to get those stops when their team needs it, like some of your other teammates do. I mean, once he starts inserting himself defensively, like right there.
Miller, nice bounce pass in the throwdown for Ali. This full court press starting to create some havoc. Sharp, open three ball, yes sir.
He has not shot the ball well recently.
To the pull-up. Here's Sharp, takes another one, and he's starting to heat up. He has been dealing with a right foot injury. Sat out.
Guy. He sees one go in. Now he's looking for the next one. Extremely streaky. But it's a really good sign because that's what he does. About 80% of his shots are jumpers. He's not really looking to get towards the
foot. They said the bottom of his foot area was black and
gold for most improved in the Big 12. In the way that he was shooting the ball over 50% from the. I mean, if you have this level of Uzan against an Auburn team that they barely lost to, an Alabama team that they took to overtime, and those might be different ball games. Especially when Sharp is as sharp as he's been tonight. And this Houston team legitimately has a chance, as good as anybody in the country, Auburn, Alabama, anybody, to win a national championship.
Miller pull up, nothing but nylon. Still fight left in this Sun Devil squad, down 20. Here's Sharp. He is really feeling it here in the desert. His fourth three of the night.
And this is the level of game in which he needed. He needed to see shots finally go in. And when you have Uzan playing the way that he's playing, Cryer playing the way that he's playing, and you add Sharp now, I mean, this Houston team gets that into the little things. Success happens for you offensively, and now he's not.
I mean, that's why people are reaching out to him and saying, can I play for you, please? Here's Ali, short. And a foul on the rebound.
The effort. And now you might not have shown it the whole game, but if you can show it in the last 3
times throughout the night when they're moving the basketball, driving through the lane, cutting. And another whistle as a foul called on Houston.
And Notre Dame, oh my goodness. Anna Hidalgo, Olivia Miles against any men's team too.
Women's game has stars.
I
mean, that's what separates the war. If he can make something happen with the little Euro missing out the rim. Arizona State with numbers. Makes it in transition. Knocks down the three.
Ali gave you some really good minutes tonight. He did make some freshman mistakes, but you see the potential in him. When you see him being the stretch four that can handle the basketball and that can make some tough plays.
Mason knocks down the three.
6'9", how versatile he can be. Staying in front of guards, offensively being tough. I mean, he can do a lot of good things.
Dunks with the two-hand slam.
That we know and that we saw at FAU. I think he's starting to understand where his shots are coming from, and him and Wagner are starting to play way better basketball.
All right, so the ball handler is back on the floor for Houston. Here's Roberts, backside, and Wilson with the lay-in. Mason runs into the contact, and he wisely draws the foul on Roberts. I gotta say, ever since
shown fight, they've shown toughness, they've shown grit. You just wish they would have had this same toughness and this same grit earlier on in the game.
1 minute to play here in the second half. Arizona State trying to commit a foul here. Fryer playing a little keep away. And there is Ali committing the foul. 7th on the team, sending Cryer to the line for a 1-and-1. Okay, what is that a picture of?
I've never, ever seen somebody empty their bench and not at least have a big on the floor.
There's a small 5-guard lineup for Bobby Hurley. As best as he tells him, just dribble it. Clay takes a peek at the shot clock. It's at 4. He's going to get one up. Free throw runner off the mark. And the rebound to Cryer. Houston with the shot clock turned off can dribble this one out. As Houston will now move to 12 straight road wins. As this one officially is a final. 5th-ranked Houston Cougars with an 80-65 win over Arizona State.
They handle business. From the jump, they do what they do best. Pressure you, turn you over, and just take care of business.